and didn't take action. Action's where the magic happens. Is how we actually start that positive momentum so that we can create the business and the life that we deserve and we want, so we can have the impact that we want. So take action today, and until the next time, because yes, the show is coming to an end. We will be back next time, same station, next week, same time. But until then, go win today, win this week, and we'll see you next time.
This has been a NowMedia Networks feature presentation. All rights reserved.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Biz Talk on NowMedia Television. I am your host for today, Rachel Weaver. I have a very special guest who has been on the show several times before, but it's always an honor and pleasure to have Maurice Hamilton with us. Maurice is an information technology matter expert with cybersecurity, managed services, and software development. He is the CEO of Infinidate. Maurice, it is an honor to have you, just as it is every time. Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry. and thanks for having me back.
It's a pleasure. Well, I am excited to dive right into our topic today. We're going to talk about trends over the last 12 to 18 months in AI. It's a hot topic that everyone is talking about, but oftentimes we don't dive deep into certain logistical things. So that is one of the things that I want to talk about. How have these trends shaped and changed logistics in, say, using robotics?
A great question, Rachel. So robotics is one of the major areas that we've actually seen with artificial intelligence and how data-driven technology is really taken it to another level. And I have to point out a couple of different things with it. And a lot of people don't know that logistics actually makes up about 10% of the world's gross domestic products. That's huge. That's a large amount. And when you think about it, it really just it moves all the products that we actually have around the world. And I think there's been a couple of big changes that we've seen recently that's really made a difference. One, we think about there's a labor shortage with trying to find really good warehouse workers. We've seen a shift with AI that's able to actually use robotics to pick the product and pack the product and actually put it into the right boxes and actually put it in like an assembly line type operation to make the product ready for shipping. And the other big changes we've seen with a lot of the bigger warehouse companies are that now they have forklifts that is driven by software and artificial intelligence. So not the same it's going to replace all the need for some of the other areas that we have, but with these kind of operations, the logistics facilities can actually operate 24/7, 360. Well, probably not 365, but for the most part, they can actually increase the work, and you can actually have the robotics taking care of all the packing and shipping and operations. That's one area. Yep.
That's fantastic. And I know for a lot of companies trying to stay or lower their budget, this is a huge advantage.
It is. And another area that we've seen a lot of the robotics in, and I'm still looking for it. I haven't seen them on the road yet, but you're looking at these trucks that's being driven by AI. And these automated trucks are actually able to drive about, like Tesla, for example, they have something what they call it the semi. They don't have a fancy name yet. They just call it semi. The semi is able to take a load, a full tractor trailer with a 50-foot trailer from one destination to another destination, and they can go up to like 500 miles. And the way that they actually forecast is that you're going to, how we have airports, we have the different airport hubs. they're going to make it for like transportation. So you can have one truck that can actually go AI, that's going to run from one facility to another facility. It can actually charge, and then another truck can actually take that same trailer to another destination. So we're seeing starting to see an increase in that area.
Wow, that's pretty profound. I know where one of the locations that I live right now in Pittsburgh, they're doing a lot of the testing of the self-driven cars. I see them all over the streets. So it's quite interesting to say the least. So the next thing that I want to bring up that I know has been deeply affected by AI is the healthcare industry.
Oh yeah, that's probably one of the most the biggest one of the biggest changes we've seen. And now what's happening is that we have the AI that's actually helping these healthcare facilities in a dramatic way. For example, the average doctor spends about 15.5 hours doing paperwork. With the onset of AI, now that's actually reducing that down so the doctor can spend more time with the patients, or they can see more patients, to actually help in that process. But it doesn't stop there. When you think about what the AI is actually able to help with the scheduling. The AI is actually able to go back and say, hey, look, based off of these, for example, somebody comes in and gets some blood work, and it'll come back and say, based off of this blood work here, you need to prioritize this particular patient because artificial intelligence can actually go back and dictate who are the patients they need to see more on an urgent basis. So we're starting to see a really big shift with artificial intelligence because of all that massive data that it's collecting that's actually helping the healthcare industry with not only with the scheduling, not only with prescriptions, not only with the doing the paperwork. Oh my goodness. They estimate that in 1 year that with the 15.5 hours that each doctor saves, that we're able to save the healthcare industry $360 billion in 1 year just off of that all the paperwork that the doctors do. So it's amazing.
Wow, that's quite profound. I know that there are a lot of hospitals introducing robotics into the surgical centers as well. So that's another step in a significant change. But also, I believe with this, it's also helping patient safety.
Oh, absolutely. And it's making it so your records are accurate. You know that the person's reading the information. Can you imagine going to a doctor's office and when you first go in, they do your scale and the weigh in and do all that? It's all automated. And then when you actually go to it, you have to use like your eye or finger, some kind of biometric type of information. So it pulls your record based off of your who you are, your scan, so it knows exactly you're talking to the right individual. That's amazing.
It's quite profound. Oh my goodness. Absolutely love that. So another area that is a very hot topic, in my opinion, is how we are using AI in the government and military. The military is a big one, I believe.
It is. And matter of fact, just this week alone, the Air Force just they're bidding out contracts right now for drones. There are a lot of big companies out there that make these drones where you don't have to have a pilot inside the drone, and they have their standards out there, and the people are actually meeting those standards. Where the drones have to fly at least 2,000 nautical miles, and so it's really really great that they can carry missiles, they can carry materials, and they can be a lot undetected. And you're using artificial intelligence so they can fly higher, they can fly faster, they can fly lower, So there's a lot of things that the drone can do that the regular pilot will be subjected to. Oh, and the other thing is that the AI computers can actually make decisions a lot faster than the actual human can. So it's amazing.
Wow, it is so profound where we have come just over the last 12 to 18 months. I know even in the world, all of these things, the logistics, the robotics, healthcare, military, but really, I don't think there's any industry untouched at this point. Do you know of any?
Not anymore. If it's not, that somebody will figure it out. We need to figure it out so we can actually get inside of it,
Right, absolutely. Let's brainstorm. What area has been untouched so we can bring it to that. But really and truly, I even hear of like nail salons. Now you can just stick your hands in and there's a robot that's actually giving you the manicure. That's happening over in Asia right now as we speak. So I'm sure it's only a matter of time before it shows up here in the States.
Absolutely.
Just so, I mean, there's pros and cons, and I think the trick is to understand how to leverage this as a benefit in your business rather than seeing it as a threat.
Exactly. And like you mentioned, if you get on top of it now, you can make sure your industry is not impacted, in a negative way, that you're
Right.
taking advantage of the new technology. I agree.
Yes. I know as a journalist and as someone in the PR world, for me, a lot of people are starting to panic, but I leverage it on the flip side. I love to utilize this technology and find the information as quickly as possible because it saves me time and energy and helps me be able to perform at a better quality, I believe. So, yes, such great information that you always bring to us, Maurice. Tell the audience, where can they find you?
Sure. They can actually give our company a call, 346-366-4079, or they can actually email us at info@infinovate.com.
Fantastic. It's such a pleasure to always have you with us. So you know where to find Maurice for any consulting services or questions in regards to technology, cybersecurity, all the things business related today's world. Thank you so much for being with us, Maurice. And with that, we will be right back after this commercial break.
Hi, I am Noura Al-Masri and welcome to Echoes of Impact with Noura. Join me on a journey where we celebrate the power of women in business, the driving force behind growing nonprofits, and the architects of change in our community. We'll explore strategies for building successful businesses, increasing cash flow, and saving on taxes. Tune in to Echoes of Impact with Noura, because when women succeed, we all thrive. See you there.
Welcome back to Biz Talk, everyone. I am your host, Rachel Weaver, and I have with me today a very special guest, Amit Rathwar. He is a serial entrepreneur and an angel investor based in San Mateo, California. Since 2003, he has focused on AI, media, commerce, and the fintech world. He is the founder of Awake VC, a venture studio focused on co-creating 100 million jobs by enabling 10 million new technology ventures globally. Thank you so much for joining us, Amit.
Yeah, my pleasure. It's great to be here, Rachel.
Such an honor to have you. Tell me, I know you have a brand new project taking away in Tulum, Mexico. So I'm excited to dive in and talk a little bit about this project and the opportunity that presents itself.
Yeah, we always look for naturally growing locations and opportunities in different parts of the world, different verticals. And for someone who discovered Mexico a few years ago, as everyone who does that falls in love with the country, and then who discovered Tulum a couple of years ago, and you fall in love all over again, right? We found this really incredible opportunity to fix an industry that's sort of really broken, and that is the vacation rental industry. And just having gone there a few times, and I see, just what's going on with the business growth and so on, I think it's just right to share so much of that with others. And so we've created something called eTulum, which is a way for people to participate in the absolutely stunning growth that Tulum is expected to see over the next 10 years, let's say. They're going from something like 2 million tourists a year to something more than 15 million in that period. So that's just one thing, right? Tourism, but it impacts everything. And so eTulum is a way to participate in that and also get a vacation out of it, 1 week, 2 week vacation that you get complimentary by being a partner in some of these real estate businesses that we are collecting into a collection of income streams and opportunities for partners, for business partners.
Wow, that is very interesting because we hear a lot of investors, real estate investors, talking about buying, selling, flipping. A lot of them are very against the whole concept of timeshares. So it sounds like this is a little bit different than a timeshare. How is this different? How can you explain this so that we can clearly understand the difference between what is happening in Tulum and the timeshare world?
Yeah, the timeshare world is generally, I mean, if you watch, there's a John Oliver episode about timeshares, and it, tells you in great detail all the things that are wrong with it. Generally speaking, it's not an investment. I mean, it might be billed as such, but it definitely does not qualify. It doesn't make money back. It depreciates. You have to keep paying fees. And there's lots of restrictions on just how business happens there. I mean, it's good for some people, but generally most people, I mean, there's a whole industry around how to just get out of timeshares. So you can imagine what that industry is like. Having said that, it's still a $8, $9, $10 billion industry. So clearly there's a demand for a product that people can use in that way, a week or 2 weeks if you like to go back to the same place, and Tulum is such a place. Then, with us, these partnerships that you buy into, you get the same 1 or 2 weeks, but you make money back every year, right? You literally make, I think it's 29,000 for a unit. It's similar to buying a week-long, timeshare, but it's really just the opposite how it works. And you make back. I think it's 7,500. You can see it on the website. We have all the, clarity in terms of how these units work, how you benefit. It's a collective, really. You're buying into a partnership that, say 10 people together own and operate 10 really amazing properties in Tulum. But it's all done for you. We have several partners and operators that do everything, so you're hands off. It just is an experience for you while you participate in that incredible growth. And we just give the money back to the people that own those business streams with us. So it's simple as that.
That's fantastic. So, how does this work? And is this, you're sharing the difference between the timeshare and what this is. So is this more of an investment where it also helps with tax purposes?
Well, part of it can. We have a project there with, Plant for the Planet. It's a pretty global collective nonprofit that's working on, replanting the planet, really reforesting, restoring jungles and so on. And so in Tulum, the eTulum business is operated by this partner of ours, or is planned to be. We're not yet fully operational with this partnership, but our goal here is to empower several causes. This particular cause, which is dear to us, in fact, we're launching a really interesting tree brand. It's all about planting about 1 billion trees. We've spoken to several scientists, and our partner has been doing work down there for last 8 years. They've planted 29.9 million trees. Our goal is, as this space expands and grows, and just there's a pretty detrimental effect to the environment. Already in the last 5 odd years, they've lost about 40% forest cover in the region. So that's like dramatic, right? So we need to replant, and part of what we're doing is 1 billion trees commitment there in Tulum, and in the next 10 years, working closely with everyone, right, to do this. And part of that is giving the profits back to the community. So 5% of our earnings, net earnings, go back to this effort, and we give other monies to other causes, cenote cleanup and other key things that, financial literacy for the local people from Yucatan. They're sort of getting priced out, if you will, as the place expands, and there's so much expat money coming in and so much expat activity. The locals get really priced out. We want to kind of create this inclusive world. It's a community model where even if you can't participate in the expensive things that are going on, you should be able to at least benefit from the economic effects much more directly than sort of this trickle-down thing. So this is a different model. It just sort of powers everyone to participate in a win-win network that just sort of feeds itself, because, who doesn't want to give back and feel good and have a great experience and make money?
I absolutely love that. So tell us a little bit about how does this actually work? Like, how can we become involved?
Yeah, and just like instead of buying, if you like to go back to Tulum, often, or you want to, maybe it's part of your business, you have a business where you can take clients down there, or whatever the situation might be, or just want to be an investor in this model, you can buy one of these partnership units. We just went live with our first collection. So if you go to etulum.com, that's the letter Y, tulum.com, you'll see that you can click through and find information about this. You can buy one of these units for $29K. You get a week a year. You get $7,500 back every year. It's pretty indefinite because this is an ongoing lease that we are aggregating multiple leases into a bundle that a few partners will hold together and enjoy when they're going there. A week a year, or two if you want to buy 2 units. There's a discount, and you make a very good, decent profit share from this. Very very good, I think, in my mind, healthy profit share. But you get to do this right. You get to give back. You get to be a part of this whole community. It's sort of a conscious capital model.
Very good, very good. And so as the value of these properties go up, will that end of year dollar amount go up?
Yeah, so that's a great question. Absolutely. So not only do you get back this fixed amount, but you also get a percentage of the profits that the collective generates beyond, let's say, 50% occupancy. This is all about occupancy. If you look at how big companies like Airbnb and others, tech companies, make money, they make money on this arbitrage, right? They're charging a fee, basically. And so here we're doing this direct, so everyone benefits directly. And the more the occupancy, the more profit everybody makes. And so everyone's a partner. This is a partnership, an active partnership, where the only thing you as a partner need do is tell people about it, like I am now. And Rachel, I hope you go. Because when you do, I get to participate in that booking, for example. 15% of all bookings that anyone makes through my word of mouth, my partnership unit makes that money also. So as the total net occupancy of our units keep going up, all of us as the partners make more and more money together, while also enjoying everything else that's got to do with it. So yes, the partnership value will keep going up as we all tell everyone about it. And who doesn't want to share their pictures from Tulum and all the fun things that you can do there?
That sounds like an incredible opportunity to become involved in. I know that I can't wait. I am heading to Tulum next month. So tell us, how many people are already doing this? Like, is there plenty of opportunities left still available? I know Tulum is up and coming and booming right now. How soon do we need to get involved if we want to be able to purchase one of these?
Yeah, so another great question. So it's certain to note that demand is more than supply right now. Lots of people get excited when they hear about this, and we have events coming up, regular events, so people can come visit and participate in before they commit to these things. But most people just want to snap them up. It's a sort of a no-brainer, win-win, relatively small amount for a lot of people, or they can split with their families and friends and buy 1 or 2 units. So demand is certainly high, but we are, sort of working every day with top brokers and top local operators, local partners to increase the highest quality of premium units, premium condos, premium villas, premium, and luxury. So you're going to get like a 4-star and above experience when you go, but it's your own experience. It's much more organic. It's much more connected to the people down there and everything else that's going on. So it's a much more personal feeling. And I think that's what people are after. So, you get the best of both worlds. So, yeah, but I would say go quickly and sign up. You can at least sign up on the website. We'll keep updating units as they come along. But yeah, you should sign up right away.
Awesome. And do you get to choose your unit?
You get to actually participate across all those, units in the partnership. So you can go to any of them that's available from you're not stuck to one. So yes, but you can certainly get dibs if you want when you come in, and it's marked as your unit will be named after you, so everyone can go to Rachel's unit when they visit, and then you of course get the the 15% when that happens, right? Because everybody knows about it and they click through and you tell them and you make that money also. So you can, really become you're a traveler, and now with Etherloom, you're also a kind of travel agent automatically. And everybody you make more money with us than you probably would on a lot of, agency type or even platform models out there, because we're directly sharing with everybody.
I absolutely love that. I know that you have so many incredible things in the works, including different e-commerce things and the tree planting. So we definitely want to have you back again to discuss all the different exciting things that you have going on in your world, especially coming from the technology side of things and Silicon Valley. But it is such an honor and pleasure to have you with us today. Tell the audience where they can find you and how they can reach out for questions. And if they want to join us to plant trees and see some of these luxurious properties in Tulum, tell us a little bit about that event that's coming up so no one misses out.
Yeah, that's thanks for reminding me. That event is next month. We are launching a brand. It's a beautiful new brand and almost like a multiverse, a metaverse, a game. It's a few things. It's like a media platform, really. It's a user community platform. We call it Life of a Tree. And the idea is, you can start collecting instead of Pokemon and other kinds of, you can still play those games. My sons love it. But you can now also collect these digital connected trees. $10 a tree, but these are real trees. They get actually planted. You get to actually experience that. If you go down there, we're launching on Earth Day 4/22, and there's a few people, influencers, that hopefully will spread the word. They're coming down there. We're taking them down to the place where Plant for the Planet, our partner, has been planting trees, nearly 30 million trees in the last 8 years. And with this, now we hope kids and parents and everyone can really start getting involved and sharing trees digitally, right? Buying each other trees. Instead of selling Girl Scout cookies, perhaps you sell trees, and you get tree karma and tree points and all that. But guess what? You also get a tax deduction certificate for your trees, because this is running entirely through our nonprofit partners, the same one I mentioned for perhaps Etherloom. But this one is entirely running with their help. This is very much a social enterprise, a give back model we created because obviously we need trees, right? We've cut down more than half the trees on the planet. So we need to plant trees. Even the Trump administration got behind this in 2020. You can look it up. It's the Trillion Trees Project that we are partnered with, and they're the partners. We're doing this together. And 1 billion trees in the Yucatan. You can buy a few for $10 each. And guess what? You get a tax deductible, and you get 30% share of selling these trees. We give back retail margins to people who share and tell the story, which is all those people we want to give back, local jobs, local people, local Yucatecas that need to be part of this economy, right? So they get to share the story and make money and plant trees and tell the world how trees are important.
Yes, I absolutely love that. Thank you so much. So excited. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. You will definitely find me there. I'll be there planting trees next month in April in Tulum. So join us. And if you can't join us in person, definitely do donate and buy a tree. And with that, we will be right back after this commercial break.
Thank you.
Attention timeshare owners. This is an urgent consumer alert from the Timeshare Exit Hotline, a national company specializing in helping consumers legally get out of their expensive timeshare contracts. We're offering you a way to legally get rid of your timeshare. So if you're fed up with the maintenance fees that keep on coming and want to learn if you can terminate your timeshare legally and permanently, call today. Call the number on your screen today. It's a free call.
Hi, I am Noura Al-Masri and welcome to Echoes of Impact with Noura. Join me on a journey where we celebrate the power of women in business, the the driving force behind growing nonprofits and the architects of change in our community. We'll explore strategies for building successful businesses, increasing cash flow, and saving on taxes. Tune in to Echoes of Impact with Noura, because when women succeed, we all thrive. See you there.
Welcome back to Biz Talk, everyone. I am your host today, Rachel Weaver, and I have a special guest with me who is an evangelist of AI, Dr. Alan Badeau. He is the CEO of Alan Badeau LLC, a prominent consulting company specializing in AI, blockchain, quantum, and advanced technology. It's such an honor and pleasure to always have you with us when you join us, Dr. Badeau. Thank you for being here.
It's great being here, Rachel. Thank you.
Well, I'm excited to talk about some of the latest and greatest news coverage that we've had recently with AI, because there's been so many things that have come out even in the last 2 weeks. So talk to us about some of these exciting breakthroughs that we've recently had.
Yeah, there are two big things I want to talk about this week, Rachel. The one fantastic, really awesome news, and one on the other side of the spectrum, not quite as good when it comes to how AI can behave sometime. But on the first point, we are really trying hard to get to AGI. And when I say AGI, that means artificial general intelligence. And generally speaking, that means that it can do a whole bunch of different cognitive tasks and really have conversations and do a lot of different things that humans can do. There are, and probably folks have seen YouTube videos, and it's really awesome, where they have taken a version of ChatGPT and they have put that into a robot, and the robot is having general conversations with the human. It's even able to pick out dishes from a dry rack. It can give the human, when he asks, an apple. It can do a lot of different things from a functional perspective that we just can't do today with robots, and it's really, really impressive. I encourage everybody to go out, look at YouTube, and see what it can do. Boston Dynamics has got some fantastic things that they're doing up there, and you can go to their website, or you can just go on YouTube and look at it. But please go look at it, because I think folks are gonna be impressed. Now, don't be scared. Again, like we always talk about, don't be scared. But a lot of great things, though. It's a really fantastic step forward for us.
Wow. So what are a couple of the things that we found in this latest news? Because I think, like you say, don't be scared. People do kind of tend to freak out a little bit, but the reality of it is, if we look at this as an advantage in our businesses and our life, it can really simplify things and make things easier. If we learn to leverage, we can save time, we can save money, we can introduce new resources into our businesses that really help us. Rather than looking at it as such a threat, we can find ways to grow and scale. So I absolutely love it. I think it's profound. I'm a total nerd who's fascinated by all of this. And even though a lot of people in my particular industry are in a panic mode, I'm like, what can I do to save myself time and money and find other ways to leverage so that we can grow and scale, rather than looking at it as, oh my gosh, are they going to take my job? So what are some of the breakthroughs that have recently happened that you feel are going to be of great benefit to, say, maybe business owners?
Yeah, I think there's, again, it continues down that path where there are jobs and activities that we are doing as business owners that we can automate. And that allows us to go spend time on things that we can't automate, the hard stuff, the things that, AI can't solve today, the really complex issues where you have multifaceted activities that are taking place and the dynamics are very complex. AI can't handle that kind of stuff yet. Those are the big factors in these kind of breakthroughs, especially the coupling of AI and the robotics piece that allows us to deploy these types of capabilities to highly dangerous environments, to areas where humans just don't feel comfortable doing those kind of activities. Huge progress though as we look forward in trying to do those other things that again we as business owners have to take advantage of.
Wow, such great information. So with this new YouTube video that came out, tell us, you and I spoke a little bit before the show started. Tell us some of the exciting sneak peeks that people are going to find in that YouTube video.
Yeah, it's really cool because the human is really having a great conversation with a chat GPT, but in a robot. And he's asking for certain things. He's asking for dishes. He's asking for an apple. He's asking, can you give me something that is food? So the AI is interpreting a lot of different things and coupling that to sensors and to the robotics piece is really amazing. And I think folks will get a greater understanding about that. But just go to Boston Dynamics website or YouTube page too, because then you can see so many other robots flipping and running upstairs and doing some amazing things. But then again, on the flip side, the negative things that can come out of this, not so much on the robotics side, but we've seen with Google and some of their releases with images and interpreting images. We just, again, I continue to stress, we have to be careful. We have to make sure that we're deploying these things as economically, efficiently, and ethically as possible. Otherwise, it might sting us a little bit.
Absolutely. I think that is one area where a lot of people have concerns is the ethics side. One of the writers that I work with who writes for Forbes talks about the ethical issues in AI all the time. So it is something that we have to consistently stay on top of. But at this point, those that were originally talking about those ethical issues, I think it's kind of more in their own ethics, right? And we have to really be more open and aware because it's not going anywhere.
That's right.
The longer that you resist, the more you fall behind.
Oh yeah. If you are not doing something in your business today, I can guarantee your competitor is. And so you're already behind. If you're not even looking at it and you want to put your head in the sand, that's an easy way to say in 18 months, you'll probably be out of business, because just the speed and the efficiency that businesses can gain from this will allow them to overtake so many other, competitors. It's one technology that you have to start looking at immediately. Otherwise, I think you're in deep trouble.
Mm-hmm. Very, very true. I know that I love having AI as my assistant for so many different things. And now we're in the process of really just trying to incorporate it in all of our back offices and systemize things, which is really good for the creative entrepreneur. I mean, if you're not leveraging AI, you're really missing out.
That's right.
Our minds go and we have ideas at the speed of lightning that we can now implement into our businesses instead of keeping them an idea, thanks to AI and chat GPT. So many great things. So if you were going to give one business owner a piece of advice, other than to book an appointment with you to understand how they can leverage this, because I know that people need to do that, but what would that be to help them stay ahead or stay within their competition?
I would say the easiest thing is to jump in with both feet. You've got to get a tool. And it doesn't have to be an expensive one. You can get some cheap ones out there for $20 a month, but you've got to start somewhere. You take that first step, start looking at some things that take the most amount of time. I have a friend of mine. He owns a business. He's got about 40 employees in it. And he said, it only takes me about 3-4 hours to get through all my email during the week. And I was like, 3 or 4 hours, I could automate that for you. And it'd be about, 20 minutes and you'd be done with, the thousands of emails you have to get through. That is huge because, the ability to give time back to somebody that they can use for other things is really, you can't measure that. And, if you have a family, if you're working 18 or 20 hours to try to get your business, going or keep it afloat, every second counts. And using AI is the greatest advantage that you can take right now.
I absolutely love that. So I have one more question before we let you go, because speaking in terms of systemizing and processing things, leveraging AI, there are so many different brand new apps and AI softwares and programs out there that I think a lot of people feel stuck and overwhelmed because some of them are not cheap, right?
Right.
And we're ready to make the investment because we're tired of spinning our wheels 18 hours a day. And we know that this can really help us. But how would someone go about really understanding what's best for them?
Yeah, this is where I tell people, if you are out of your comfort zone, this is where you need to get help.
Okay.
There are certain things that you as a business owner can do. You can brainstorm what your biggest pain points are. And then you start to look at solutions that are going to address those pain points. And, I can't come in, or another professional can't come in and say, oh, these are your biggest problems. I don't know what your biggest problems are until somebody tells them to me. But then I can help you pick the right solution, the right software, the right systems. And we can do that as economically or expensive and grandiose as folks want. But you really have to know what your challenges are, where you want to go as a business, and what that path is going to look like is something that I can help folks do, or somebody like myself. Don't try to do all of those things on your own. Otherwise, it is not going to go well. These systems are finicky. They're tricky. You just have to pick a smart one and do what's best for you. And know this is the difference between AI and like Office or other, standard products. No two systems are going to behave the same. So you just have to make sure it's tailored the right way.
I love it. Thank you so much. So now everyone, you have it. Book your appointment with Dr. Badeau. Where can we find you so they can book that appointment and get your expertise and be aligned with the right programs?
Yeah, so my consulting firm is alanbadeau.com. Very easy to get to me. Simple questions. I don't charge folks for that. I just really want to help folks use it as best they can. And then if they're looking for some interesting things around, personas, or trying to leverage, different capabilities, then, harmonixai.ai is where you can find that website.
Love it. Thank you so much. We appreciate you being with us each and every week. And with that, we will be right back after this commercial break.
Are you nearly maxed out on your credit cards? It doesn't matter if you're using your credit cards for fun or to survive. At the end of the month, your statements come in, and you can either pay them or you can't. If you can't, late fees and interest rates get tacked on. And now you're struggling just to make the minimum payment due. Do you feel trapped? Am I talking to you? Good, because I personally researched some companies that can help you. They may be able to reduce your credit card balances by 50% and stop the late fees. If you qualify, please call our special debt hotline number right now for a complimentary free 5-minute consultation. Deal with your credit card problem now before it gets much worse and put more money back in your pocket. Trust me, I've been there too. Call right now.
Call 855-993-2096 right now. That's 855-993-2096.
Have you ever had to hire multiple contractors? It is a daunting task that takes a lot of management time and impacts the core business or the company, the time you're spent with your loved ones. At Texas Home Property Solutions, you can count on a responsible company that can tackle all your general contractor needs. Electricity, painting, remodeling, plumbing, air conditioning, and roofing. Hire us and forget it. With over 20 years of experience, Texas Home Property Solution will deliver your project on time and within budget, with the high level of quality and integrity, no matter the size or complexity. If you are a company, a government institution, or an individual who needs a general contractor, you need Texas Home Property Solution. Take a decisive step and call us today for a free consultation.
Welcome back, everyone, to Biz Talk. I am your host today, Rachel Weaver, and I have a very special guest with me, the beautiful Peyton Valentine. She is a pro rodeo manager for Certified Ag Group. She has spent the last decade focusing on the automotive marketing industry with specifically the agricultural demographic. It is such an honor and pleasure to have a fifth-generation Texas rancher who prides herself on work ethic with us today. Thank you so much for joining us, Peyton.
Hi, Rachel. Thank you so much for having me on today. I really appreciate it.
I am so excited to have you on because, Biz Talk is right out of NowMedia Television, which takes place in Texas, and that is where a lot of heart and soul in the agricultural world comes from. So I'm really excited to talk about some of the things that you guys are doing at Ag Truck Trader and some of the things you have coming up. One in particular, Ag Rally. What exactly is Ag Rally?
So Ag Rally is a one-of-a-kind event. First and foremost, it's a celebration of National Ag Day. So if we know March is National Ag Month, National Ag Day is on March 19th. So it's also kind of agriculture's new year, if you will. So think of Ag Rally as almost like a virtual farm show meets New Year's Rockin' Eve, but for agriculture. So it's definitely a one-of-a-kind event. We take place at the Cowboy Channel Studios there in Fort Worth, Texas, the historic stockyards there. And we will be broadcasting live on RFD TV and the Cowboy Channel. Meanwhile, we also have about a dozen remote cameras spread out all throughout the U.S. So we will definitely have that fun, fast-paced energy going on. We'll be doing product reveals from some of our AgPack partners. There's going to be product demonstrations, field demonstrations that we will be doing. We'll be talking about the Ag Truck Trader Pro Rodeo team's charitable work that they've been doing. Just lots of really, really cool stuff going on in a very high-paced, fast, energetic, fun environment. Oh, by the way, there's also going to be an exclusive Easton Corbin concert that we're doing with it. So definitely that entertainment piece as well.
That is so exciting. So this event this year takes place on National Ag Day, March 19th. This is considered agriculture's new year, if you will.
Yeah, so spring, calves are dropping. In the South, they're starting to plant the first seeds. It's really that celebration of that agriculture new year. So, you think about the Dick Clark's New Year's Rockin' Eve with the Lunar New Year and the fiscal year. And they have, the remote cameras that they cut to, they have the entertainment pieces that they have. Well, we have all of that, but focusing on agriculture. Truly, this is a way that we are showing our appreciation and our admiration for all of the farmers and ranchers. Because at the end of the day, we wouldn't have our groceries, we wouldn't have the clothes on our back, we wouldn't have a lot of the things that, some of us might take for granted if it weren't for the farmers and ranchers. So this is kind of our way to truly show our appreciation for them as well.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely love that. So tell us, who should watch Ag Rally and how can they get tickets?
Yeah, so they don't need tickets, Rachel. That's the great thing. This is a free broadcast for anybody. Of course, it's going to be a little bit more interesting probably to farmers or ranchers or people that are in the ag industry, but there truly is a little bit of something for everybody. Looking at the field demonstrations that we're doing, we have a livestock demonstration that we'll be doing kind of specifically about livestock handling with the use of working dogs, which is really cool. There's going to be a crop field demonstration talking about soil compaction and different things that farmers and ranchers need to know about tires and different products that they're using. And then there's also a truck durability field demonstration. So anybody that drives a truck would be interested in that. We're truly putting them head to head to see what best serves the needs of farmers and ranchers. So there's a little bit of something for everybody. And even if you're not directly tied into the agriculture industry, still watch. You maybe might learn something. You might gain a new appreciation for the agriculture industry. And then if nothing else, everybody loves music, right? So they can always tune in for that Easton Corbin concert and a very special announcement that we will be making with a relationship with him as well.
That is so exciting. I cannot wait for this announcement. I may have heard a thing or two, but it's so exciting. And yes, who doesn't love Easton Corbin? I mean, come on. Whether you know anything about the rodeo or agriculture world, you're under a rock if you don't know who he is. So for certain, this is going to be an event for everyone. Now, is it too late for someone who might live in Texas or feel very inspired by what you guys are doing and decide to buy a last minute plane ticket? Is it too late to attend in person?
No, so we actually have a few different options for people who want to participate. So, of course, if they want to come and join us in studios, reach out, let us know. We can see what we can work out. But they don't even really have to jump on that plane ticket, Rachel. That's the beautiful thing about Ag Rally is there's actually 3 different ways where people can attend or participate in this event. So, the first thing that I would encourage anybody to do that wants to attend physically in person is go on to agrally.com. And from there, they can see all of the local host sites that will be having events in conjunction with this. So, I talked about how we'll have remote cameras. Well, those remote cameras are stationed at dealerships that we work with all across the U.S. So if they want to attend in person, check out, see if there's a live location near you, and you would be able to attend that locally. We know with farmers and ranchers, we talked about it being spring, it's a busy time. So it's very likely that they might be in the cab of a tractor. That's okay too. We have the RFD TV Now app, and they can stream that directly from their phone, either from the app or the browser. So basically anywhere that they are at in the US, they can attend with Ag Rally. If they do happen to be home, of course, they can stream directly on RFD TV or the Cowboy channel. We're basically taking over both of those channels for about a 4-hour broadcast, starting at 1 p.m. Central Time and then running throughout that 4-hour broadcast. So they can choose any of those 3 ways to attend.
That is so exciting. I cannot wait for this. So tell us, Ag Rally Dealer Experience offers opportunity for exclusive ag training, automotive dealers. Tell us a little bit more about this, because that's truly what your company is all about.
Yeah, so Ag Rally, the event itself, is more for everybody, anybody and everybody who has an interest in agriculture. Something new that we have added this year, this is our 4th year doing this, so we always try to think of fresh ideas and new things to incorporate and, just building off of the momentum that we already have. So this year we have also added the Ag Rally Dealer Experience. This is specifically for automotive dealers that sell trucks or SUVs, whether it's new or pre-owned. And, the backbone of our company is we help dealerships sell trucks to farmers and ranchers. We also provide a tremendous value to the farmers and ranchers through AgPack, which AgPack is a bundle of savings, rebates, coupons, and discounts from over 20 partners that we work with. Oh yeah, by the way, Rachel, AgPack is free for any of the farm and ranch customers just because they purchase a truck from a dealership that's in our program versus one that's not. So the Ag Rally Dealer Experience, that's open to all automotive dealers that have an interest in agriculture. It's a 2-day immersive training that we do specifically about the agriculture industry. Because with ag, we know that farmers and ranchers, they have on average 3 trucks on the farm at any given time, and they're going to be replacing at least one of those a year. So there's a really big market for trucks in the agriculture industry. And we're making sure that dealerships are kind of getting their piece of that pie, if you will. And we do that through very specific training, very targeted for the industry and the demographic that we're working with. So if any automotive dealers want to attend, I know it's a little last minute for them to attend in person, but we have a virtual package that they could buy into. And the cool thing about that, Rachel, is, it's hard for dealers to always get away from the dealership. They're busy, right? So with them, with the virtual package, they could have as many of their sales staff sitting around the conference table, listening to this extremely valuable training that is kind of exclusive. Yeah. We are the only agricultural facing company in the automotive industry. So if they want the specialized training, they're kind of getting it from the best, if you will, And
oh, wow. That's incredible. So tell us, where can the audience find you and find your company to reach out to you for questions, or if they want to join in?
Yeah, of course. So any dealers that are wanting to learn more about the virtual training experience, they can go on to send us an email, actually would be the best way to connect. And they can do that at dealers@certifiedagdealer.com. And that's the best way for them to get some more information about the dealer experience. Now, for anybody that's listening, if you just want to know more about our company, about our values, what we're doing, how we support the agriculture community, you can go on to agtrucktrader.com. If you're in the market for a truck, you can browse inventory directly on that website. You can check out what the Pro Rodeo team is doing, their charitable efforts. By the way, we're making a really big announcement during Ag Rally for the rodeo team too, so I'm really excited about that. Of course, we're on all social media platforms, either under Certified Ag Dealers or agtrucktrader.com. So there's lots of opportunities for them to learn more, and we're always happy to answer any questions or help in any way that we can.
Oh, thank you so much for your time today, Peyton, and going and diving deep into what Ag Rally and Ag Truck Trader is all about. We love your heart and your passion. So with that, we will definitely be having you back again very, very soon. Tune in, everyone. Make sure that you check out their website, see how you can get involved. Lots of exciting things coming your way with the Ag Rally. And with that, we will be right back after this commercial break.
This has been a Now Media Networks feature presentation. All rights reserved.
Do you have a car sitting around you want to get rid of? Well, here's a great idea. Donate your car now to help local veterans in your area. Yes, just make one fast call to the Veteran Car Donation Program. Within a few days, we'll come and remove your car for free. You can donate any car in any condition. We'll use our vast network to sell it. The proceeds raised go to help local veterans and their families. And you get a tax deduction. And all you need to do is make this free call. Clean your yard up, get rid of an old car, and help the vets. We make it easy. Make this free call now. Book your fast and easy pickup. Call the Veteran Car Donation Program now.
Taking a trip in the next 12 months? Airlines are under tremendous pressure and they're practically giving away their unsold seats. Like every crisis, this one will end too. But right now is the best time to take advantage of giveaway ticket prices on their unsold seats. We're not allowed to publish these low fares online. The only way to get these rock bottom giveaway prices is to call. So